بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. إخواني في الله، الحمد لله نحن في الصفحة بارك الله فيكم 44 الدرس الخامس. We want to review a little bit. We're on page number 44, the fifth lesson. المفعول المطلق. المفعول المطلق وهو المصدر. نعم. Let's just go back one page. Look at this page here. It says barakallahu fikum ya talib al-ilm, and that's you. Fatahallahu laka abwab al-khayr. May Allah open up for you the doors of good. اعلم أن المصدر, that's our lesson. That's our lesson. Our lesson is the masdar. اعلم أن المصدر إذا جاء بعد فعل من لفظه, if it comes after the verb from the same wording, فهو مفعول مطلق. That we studied the masdar before. We studied this before, but we only studied the masdar barakallahu fikum. Na'am, mu'awwal, changing it from the verb, not the verb and the masdar. And this time maf'ul mutlaq is the verb and the masdar coming after the verb, and the verb is in the same wording, the same letters from the same roots of the masdar, or the masdar the same roots of the verb. Na'am. We never studied them together. We just studied them. Somebody, the sentence would be, Ahmed yuhibbu an yaqra. Ahmed yuhibbu al-qira'ah. He likes to read. He likes to read. But now, maf'ul mutlaq, it's the masdar and the verb together. So let's read. This is for the sake of reviewing. For the sake of reviewing. المفعول المطلق هو مصدر منصوب. That's what it is. مصدر منصوب. That's what we studied before. The masdar we studied before. It could be with dhamma. It could be with a kasra. It could be with a fatha. But this here is mansoob. Masdar mansoob. What does mansoob mean in our class? It just means with a fatha. It means other things. Okay, it has a meaning. Mansoob is a hal, is a condition of a word, which is studied in Nahu. But when we see that things in our class are starting to change from a dhamma to a fatha, we have to call it mansoob. There's another way. A mansoob could be with a verb, and that's with hadaf and noon, when you take off the noon. But in general, it's a fatha. Right? Masdarun mansoob min lafz al-fi'l, from the wording, from the letters, from the root letters of the verb that came before it. So now what we're studying now, we're studying the masdar, but when it's maf'ul al-mutlaq, it's the masdar which is preceded by the verb from the same wording. Okay? It's preceded by the verb, same wording, the same three letters, the same three root letters. But it has three meanings. It conveys three different meanings. And this is what we're doing a lot in our class, looking at the meaning of verbs, the meaning of things. So you can express yourself, or you can understand the intent of things that you read in here. لِلدَّلَالَةِ عَلَى ثَلَاثَةِ أُمُورٍ. It's to indicate three things. Okay? One of them, barakallahu fikum, is tawkeed, emphasis, just to emphasize. قال وذلك إذا كان مفردا. If the masdar is mufrad, if the masdar is by itself, is not attached to anything else, is not mudaf ilayh, it is not mawsuf, it's not described by anything. So if you have a verb and after it comes a masdar from the same wording, that's to convey emphasis, tawkeed. We understand that, right? We're going to read this, and this is just a review. Now, the next article of fikum are interchangeable. The next two are interchangeable. We're bayaning now to explain the kind of action that occurred. This way, the kind of action. Bayaning now Because barakallahu fikum, what is the masdar? Let's just understand what is the masdar. The masdar huwa ma'na al-fi'l is the meaning of the verb, but there's no time. It's not past tense, it's not future tense, it's not command, it's just the meaning of the verb, and there's no pronoun. It's not anta or anti or nahnu or hum. It's just the meaning of the verb. So what is the meaning of the verb? It's a verb. We're going to explain how that action word got done. That's what bayan and not means. The kind of action that occurred. Was it hard? Was it fast? Was it short? Was it long? Was it? It's going to explain how it was. That says in kana mawsufan. But I'm going to tell you, it could be, as we're going to see, it could be mawsufan or it could be mudafan. It can be mudaf, mudaf ilayh. It can be like that or like that. The second one is bayan al-adad, to explain the number of the action. Now, like he looked he looked 2 looks. He walked 3 steps. How many times did he do that action? If you want to explain the number somebody did somebody action, you're not going to say darabahu wa darabahu wa darabahu wa darabahu. That's going to be like, it doesn't make sense like that. You're going to say he hit him 4 times. You're going to say arba darabat. But darabat is the masdar, but it's mudaf. Mudaf ilayh to arba. Arba darabat. How do we know when it's bayan and adid? It says in kana mudafan. I'm going to tell you, even when it's bayan and adid, it could be mudaf, mudaf ilayh, or it could be sifa. How could it be sifa? Like if I said, darabtuhu daruban wahidan. That's a sifa there. That's not mudaf, mudaf ilayh, and that explains why. Darabtuhu daruban wahidan. So when these two here, bayan and now, and mudaf and bayan and adid, it could be mawsufan or it could be mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Because listen, barakallahu fikum, what is the benefit? One of the benefits of mudaf, mudaf ilayh. One is to show possession. That goes Baytu Zayd. Baytu Zayd. Now, it's to show possession, but it can also be a description like Baytu Khashabin, a house of wood. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh can also be used to describe. Dawood, did you understand what I said? And that's how we describe Allah. We say Yadullah, mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Yadullah, Wajhullah. Because mudaf, mudaf ilayh to describe him. Do you understand what I'm saying here, ya ikhwan, brothers and sisters online? That those two can be interchangeable. Bayan al-adad and bayan al-anna, it could be mudaf or it could be mawsufun for each one of them. Each one of them. With that in mind, you all are going to read these sentences. And hold on, before that, let's look at these examples we have here. Tawkeed. In the example, it says, darabtuhu darban. Darabtuhu darban. I hit him a hit. Now, like you want to emphasize that you actually hit him. Darabtuhu darban. Like, did you hit him? No, darabtuhu darban. When you say darban, like you're trying to convey and stress to the listener that you actually hit him. Not like you wanted to hit him or you was thinking about hitting him. Darabtuhu darban. The second one, darabtuhu darban khafifan. Now, darabtuhu is a verb. I can't describe a verb. You can't describe a verb. So I need the masdar, and then I'm going to describe the masdar. Darabtuhu darban khafifan. Darabtuhu darban khafifan. Also, bayan al-adad. You want to explain how many times you hit him? Darabtuhu thalatha darabat. Darabat is the masdar, but it comes what? Mudaf ilayh. So what's mansub? What's mansub? The number. Thalatha. Thalatha. And that's mudaf ilayh. It has to be mansub. Right? But now, when it's mudaf ilayh, the number is going to be mansub, and the masdar is going to be attached to, but it's going to be mudaf ilayh. Understood? With that in mind, you all are going to read these sentences. Each one is going to read 2 sentences and explain. Is it for tawkeed? Is it bayan al-naw? Or is it bayan al-adad? And that, Dawood, take the microphone. You brothers and sisters, you all are online with us. Now just explain, convince me. Why is it either tawkid, bayan al-naw, or bayan al-adad? And yeah, ikhwa, this is important. Because like when you read like the books of tafsir, it's going to say هذا مصدر لبيان العدد. You're going to be like, well, what does that mean? These are terminologies. It's going to have لبيان النوع, لبيان العدد, هذا للتوكيد. So you're going to understand these terminologies. So use them. Use them. تفضل.
اعتذرت لجاري اعتذارا حارا.
I apologize to my neighbor, a warm apology. Which one is that?
توكيد.
Not tawkid.
لا. بيان النوع.
بيان النوع, because it's described. It's describing the i'tidar. اعتذارا حارا. If I just said, when is it tawkid? If it's mufradan, nothing is attached to it. Nothing is attached to it. Not a mudaf, nothing. When it's alone, it's for emphasis. Yeah, the support, you understand that? When it's alone, it's for tawkid. Just for emphasis. So now, when you say i'tibar and haran, when you say haran, like the emphasis now that while you mention the masdar, I'm just mentioning the masdar just to describe it. Just to describe har. اعتذرت له اعتذارا حارا. نعم. طيب, continue.
المدرس مسح الدرس من السبورة مسحا.
من السبورة مسحا. نعم.
المدرس مسح الدرس من السبورة مسحا.
نعم, the teacher wiped the lesson from the sabura. He wiped the lesson from the blackboard. Mashan. Okay, listen up. Keep this in mind. What does mashan mean? The masdar is the meaning of the verb. It means the same thing. What is the masdar? هو معنى الفعل بدون الضمير بدون الزمان. Yeah, Isa, you understand that? Don't ask what does mashan mean. If you know what masaha means, you know what mashan means. The masdar is the meaning of the verb, but there's no pronoun in it. And there's no madi or mudari. You understand that, Harun? So this one here, what is it to convey? This one is to convey tawkid. And the ya ghalib.
الصبي قطع قطوتين ثم سقط.
Again, one more time.
الصبي قطع قطوتين ثم سقط.
ثم سقط. Now, what does that mean? خطأ خطوتين.
It's two steps.
What does that mean? الصبي خطأ خطوتين.
Sabi led or Sabi, but he took two.
الصبي is a child.
The child took two steps, then
he fell. Which one? What is this to convey? What's the purpose here?
It's بيان النوع.
بيان العدد.
بيان
العدد خطوتين. Now بيان العدد is to explain how many times. Like if I didn't come with the masdar, I say الرجل الصبي خطأ. Well, I would say مرتين. No, it's not the best. The best thing is خطوتين. You can say مرتين, but you're gonna come with the masdar and you're gonna bring the number. So that one is بيان العدد. How we doing online? Is everything clear? Okay, take the next one, غالب.
يهارس يخطو خطوات واسعة أمام القصير رياسة.
Again, قصر الرئاسة.
قصر الرئاسة.
طيب, what does that mean? الحارس يخطو خطوات واسعة.
the farm. What is that?
الحارس.
the guard lad. Okay, don't know what that is.
يخطو. Why did I even write this sentence? Abdul Sabah? Why? Because I use in the mass in the previous sentence the madi of a new word, so I come with the mudari of the same new word. That's why I used it. Nah, just to give you a different usage of the same word. You what is Harun? Aba Idris. You understand that? Right, same word. Khata yakhtu. What does it mean? Yakhtu khatawatin.
I mean, he took spacious steps.
He took spacious steps
in front
in front of the qasr. Is
the
a
short. What is that?
nah, qasr. What is a qasr? Palace. Qasr is a palace. The presidential palace. Like he's a guard in front of the president's house. He's walking big steps. So which one is this for? What's the purpose of this, Mustard? Yeah, Ghalib. Bayanin. Now, how was his steps? If you say yakhtu khatawat and he took steps, what kind? Wasi'ah. Taking long footsteps, big footsteps. How we doing online? How we doing online? So we have objectives. We have first no stuttering. Then we have the issue of the mustard. Then you have to know the kind of what's the purpose of it, what it's conveying. Now it's on another level. That's Allah for his aid. طيب عندك يا مصلح.
انتظرنا الطالب
الكتاب.
انتظرنا الطالب
الطبيب
انتظرنا الطبيب انتظارا يسيرا.
ولكن you have to aim before you shoot. You can't start shooting without aim. You can't start reading until you know what everything says. You got to look first, then read. Don't start reading in the middle of the sentence. Get everything down. Say it to yourself first. Then come out shooting. Bam, bam, bam. Hitting, hits on target. On target. You don't want to miss anything. Shots on target. Bam, 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 bam. Shots on target. That's how you read. Shots on target. That's going to make you proficient.
انتظرنا الطبيب انتظارا يسيرا.
انتظرنا الطبيب. Stop. Take a breather. Take another aim again. You already shot one duck down. انتظار الطبيب. انتظرنا الطبيب. You shot one duck. Okay, the other duck is still moving. You're going to take your time to kind of readjust. You with me, Muslim? You with me? Okay. Then you're going to have to go straight, shoot two ducks right one back to back. Give it some time. Let it fly. It's flying. Take a regroup. Take another aim at it. Take stop. انتظرنا الطبيب انتظارا يسيرا. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. But this is online. Your duck hunters or what? You're hunting duck? What you're doing? Nah, we got no duck hunters. There's no stationary targets here. There ain't no stationary targets. Nah, no stationary. These are sentences. Nah. These are not like words. انتظرنا الطبيب انتظارا كثيرا. Nah. These is like you have to put it in groups. Ty, which one is that? What does that mean? انتظرنا الطبيب انتظارا يسيرا.
We waited for the doctor a short while.
A short wait. Right. We waited a short wait. So what does this convey? هو توكيد هو بيان النوع هو بيان العدد بيان النوع. That's right. This is beautiful. If you understand, that's like the other side of the picture. Not that you just understand what it means, you understand what it conveys. You understand what I'm saying, Abdul Sabor? That's nothing to translate it, but you have to understand what is the purpose of it. No, it's to convey the kind of action. Time the next one.
رضعت الطفلة ثم نامت نوما عميقا.
Again, ثم نامت
نوما عميقا.
Good. What does that mean?
the
Baby
child
breastfed,
baby breastfed, then slept a deep sleep.
then slept a deep sleep. Now, what does that convey?
This conveys no.
Bayanin now. Are you with us online? Indicate Isa. How we doing online? Everything is clear. God, move on. Go ahead, Isa.
قفز الفأر قفزتين خوف الجدار.
One more time.
قفز الفأر قفزتين فوق الجدار.
Good. The rat took 2 jumps over the wall, or the mouse. Let's make him a mouse. What does that convey? Is it tawkid? Is it bayan al-adad? Is it bayan al-naw?
بين العدد.
Bayan al-adad. Bayan al-adad. So when you want to explain bayan al-adad, when you want to explain the number somebody did something, the number somebody did something, did the fi'l, you have to come with the masdar, then that. So usually when it's but listen, ya ikhwati, listen to this. The numbers from 3 to 10 are mudaf ilayh. are going to عندي بيت واحد عندي بيتان اثنان. If the number comes after 1 and 2, the number comes later. عندي بيت واحد, the number comes later. عندي بيتان اثنان comes later. But then you say عندي ثلاثة بيوت, the number comes first now. 4 بيوت, 5 بيوت, 6 بيوت, 7 بيوت, 8 9 بيوت, 10 بيوت, 11 بيتان. Listen, after 10 is not مضاف إليه. Is 11 بيتان تمييز. 20 بيتان تمييز, then all the way up to 100. 20 بيتان. نعم. Keep that in mind. So now it's قفزتين. You're just going to attach it to the word. It's going to be مضاف إليه. نعم. قفزتين. نعم. طيب. Next one, Isa.
خطب الخطيب خطبة حسنة.
خطب الخطيب خطبة حسنة. Khutbah is the master for khataba. He gave a good khutbah. He spoke a good speech. So what is that?
بيان النوع.
بيان النوع. Now means kind. What kind of khutbah was it? خطبة طويلة. What kind of khutbah was it? خطبة جيدا. Sometimes it could be like it could be the description could be not one word. خطبة غير مفهومة. We didn't understand it. It could be a sentence. Because if a sentence comes after something that's nakira, that sentence is the description for it. Again, if a sentence comes after something that's nakira or phrase, that thing is the description of it. خطبة خطبة ما فهمناه. Like I want to explain this khutbah. I'm going to give it a sentence. نعم. خطبة غير مفهومة. نعم. So that which comes after a nekira is a description of that nekira. Even if it's a word, a phrase, or a sentence. Understand that, Dawood? Nah. And the guy Idris. Abba Idris.
إذا حضر الأستاذ نجلس جلوسا ونسكت سكوتا.
Damn, if the teacher is present, we sit down. We are quiet. What does that convey?
بيان النوع.
Now, bayan now had to be described. Now, is it described? The muscle is not described. This one is tawkid, because it's by itself. Najlisu julusan. Julusan is by itself. When it's by itself, the purpose of it is just to stress. Tawkid. Now we're going to move on. Look at this exercise here. Keep the microphone with you, by Idris. It says, بين دلالة المصدر في الجمل الآتية. Explain what the masdar is indicating in the following sentence. Dalala. Dalala to masdar. Like, what is it showing? Either tawkid, you put a 1 in the box, 2 for bayan and now, and 3 for bayan al adad. I advise you all, listen up. When there's sentences to write, don't write it in your book. Why? Because what if you write it wrong? We're going to do that. You know, you got all these squash. The book is just like a template. You're going to write it in your notebook. Write the sentence in your notebook. Don't write it in your book. Nah, there's only one line. What else is like that? If you ever study Barakallahu Fiqh, I'm going to tell you all now. If you ever study khat, you have khat riq'ah, you have khat an-nasakh. Those are the first most known penmanships in Arabic that you study. Okay, you have khat thuluth, of all different types of khat. So your teacher's going to write on your notebook a ba, he's going to write an aleph, he's going to write a ta, and you have to write underneath it on that page. Don't write on that page until you go to your side notebook and you write it 1,000 times. You get it on the line, below the line, right where you want it, and you keep trying to. And then when you think you got it, then you write it in your notebook. Look, the first time you write, it's all sloppy. You never even wrote it before. No, don't go there to your notebook until you write it 100 times and you got it. He's just going to give you a back. He's going to give you all of that. Then he's going to go back in the scene. Then he's going to go a scene in a thought. He's going to go a scene in the dean. Then he's going to give you 3 letters. Then it's going to work out. But you have a workbook that you just work from. And you scribble, scrabble. You do everything you have to do in it until you think it's good. Then you put that in your notebook and you show that to your teacher. Na'am. Tayyib. Barakallahu feekum. Tayyib ya Idris. You got the first one here. These are the same sentences, but you have to explain what we're doing.
إني أحب العلم
Again.
إني أحب العلم حبا جما.
Jamman. Inni uhibbul ilm hubban jamman. What does that mean?
Verily, I love knowledge with. I don't know what jamman means.
You know any surah that has this? Hubban jamma. فَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. Surah Al-Fajr. What's jamman mean? A lot, abundance. I love ilm abundantly. إني أحب العلم حبا جما حبا كثيرا. So what is this to convey? Is it tawkid? Is it bayan and out?
Tawkid.
No, bayan and out. Tawkid has to be alone. Tawkid, let's go back up. Slow down. Let's go back up. It says tawkid, either kana mufradan harun. What does that mean? Either kana mufradan. What does that mean? Tawkid is a kana mufradan. If the muscle is mufradan, what does it mean mufradan? That's when it's tawkid. If the muscle is mufradan, it's tawkid. What does mufradan mean? What does that mean? Single. Alone. There's nothing attached to it. Najlis julusan. That's it. Naskut sukutan. They say sukutan tawilan. Nothing is attached to it. So here when we have hubban jamman, hold on. Where's the master mansub in the sentence about Idris? Inni uhibbul ilm hubban jamman. Where's the master mansub? Which word is the master? Hubban. That's the master, because uhibbu is the verb. Brothers and sisters online. This is the first thing we have to identify. Where's the master? It has to come behind the fi'l from the same word. Uhibbu hubban. Uhibbul ilm hubban. You understand that, Dawood? Yeah, Isa. We have to understand where's the master. Now, did something come behind this master describing it? Describing the kind of love that you have for it? And the bayan it out. How we doing online? Inshallah, good. عندك يا هارون.
يا أخي أشكرك شكرا.
Again. No sukun. Don't say ashkuruk. No sukun.
يا أخي أشكرك شكرا.
Ashkuruka shukran. What does that mean?
Oh, my brother, I thank you. I really thank you.
Really?
Thank you.
Good looking out. That's what it means.
Yeah. Emphasis. Tawheed.
Right. This doesn't really mean like I thank you, I thank you. It's not translated that. It's I thank you, and it's with emphasis. I thank you. I thank you tremendously. I don't know. But ashkuruka shukran. It's like he's conveying it. Okay. Why did I write this sentence? Okay, shukran is from ashkuruk. We understand that. But why did I write this sentence? Ya akhi ashkuruka shukran. So you can understand that we say when somebody gives you something, we say shukran. We say it with a fatha, shukran. Listen to what I'm saying. We say shukran. We don't say shukrun. We don't say shukrin. When we say shukran, listen up now. Raise up your antennas, turn on your Wi-Fi. We don't say shukrun when somebody gives you something. And we don't say shukrin. We say shukran with a fatha. What does that mean? If we said it with a fatha, what does that mean?
Mansur.
Why is it mansub? Because there's a verb. Listen. If it's with a fatha, the maf'ul mutlaq, it comes after a verb from the same wording. It's just didn't mention it. It comes after a verb. After. So the verb is there. I just left it out. So when I say shukran, I'm saying ashkuruka shukran. Because why is it mansub? Because it's mansub. Because it comes after a verb from the same wording. That's what. So when you see, if you see a muster and it's mansubin just sitting by itself, know that there's a verb before it is not mentioned. It's mahdoof, just to make it short. You understand that? Ya Aba Idris, you understand that? Keep your eyes anywhere. If you see a muster mansubin, that's the first thing you're going to mind. Hold on. It's mansub, it has to come after the verb. So the verb is not there. It's understood. That's what you call ni'am. It's imminent. We understand that, brothers and sisters online. When somebody gives us something and we thank them, we say shukran. Let's say shukrun. We say shukran. Why are we making it mansub? It comes after fi'l, meaning ashkuruka. I thank you. Ashkuruka shukran. Jayab, look at the next one. Next one, the same example. And Harun. Go to the next one, Harun.
Jazakumullah jaza'an.
No, slow down,
Oh.
slow down. Aim, poor ducks. We ain't gonna eat nothing tonight. The way you're shooting these ducks, man. Take your time.
Jazakallahu jaza'an. Khayran.
Okay, nice and smooth. Again.
Jazakallahu jaza'an khayran.
Jazakallahu jaza'an khayran. The first one was tawkeed. Shukran, that's tawkeed. Ashkuruka shukran. We say to one another, Jazakallahu khairan. We don't say what's written here, Jazakallahu jaza'an khairan. We say Jazakallahu khairan. What is khairan? Khairan is a description of a mustard that's not there. So now, hold on, listen to what I'm saying. The first time we saw a mustard mansubin. Now we see a sifa mansubin. And we see a sifa mansubin, the mustard's ma'zuf. How incredible that is. How beautiful that is. Yeah, Abba Idris, are you with us?
No.
If we say somebody said Jazakallahu khairan, it's a description. Jazakallahu khairan, it's a description. So it's described, if the description is as a fatah, there's something that it's describing. Is also mansubah. Jazakallahu jaza'an khairan. So in the first sentence, ashkuru, when you say shukran, the verb could be missing. When we say jazakallahu khairan, the master is missing. Just left it out for being short. Just to make it short. Jazakallahu khairan. Shukran. Brothers and sisters online, are you with us? We say jazakallahu khairan, but here I wrote the whole thing. What it means is jazakallahu jaza'an khairan. But we just say jazakallahu khairan. But what it really means is jazakallahu jaza'an. Jaza'an is the master of jaza. Ya Abdul Sabur, are you with us? Ya Harun. Jaza'an is the master of jazakallah. The kaf there means may Allah reward you. Jaza, jazaitu, I rewarded him. Jazakallah, I mean Allah rewards you. Jaza'an khairan, a good reward. Naam. And this, you need to know these things. You need to know these things. Tayyib, indak ya. That one there,
Yeah, I know.
bayan and not, right? Because it's describing. Tayyib, indak.
النبينا زكريا
Again, an-nabiyyu Zakariya.
النبي زكريا
Good.
that's it صلى الله عليه وسلم
Naam, ضروري. Naam.
أني
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
صلى الله عليه وسلم نادى ربه إذاء
Nida'an.
نداء خفيا
You want to make a mud long. Nada rabbahu nida'an khafiyan.
نادى ربه
Listen, nada. Nada.
نادى ربه نداء خفيا.
What does that mean? What does nada mean? Harun, nada. He called his Lord nida'an khafiyan. Remember khafiyan? Private. Private, secretly. He lowered his voice when he was alone. Meaning he made dua. Na'am. We understand this online. And how it is in the beginning, إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ نِدَاءً خَفِيًّا. And then at the beginning of Surah Maryam. النبي زكريا صلى الله عليه وسلم نادى ربه نداء. نداء is the Mustafa for what? نادى. نداء. خفيًا. So what does this convey? Ma'ad?
This is bayan out.
Bayan and not. Bayan. Explaining the kind. Bayan means explaining. Explaining and not the kind of nida. What kind of nida did he make? What kind of call did he make? Nida and khafiyan, private, lowered his voice. Why he was alone? Okay, go to the next one.
ابنتي حفظت سورة
حفظت. ليس حفظت. حفظت.
ابنتي حفظت سورة البقرة.
Okay, what is that? What is that? Surah Al-Baqarah.
سورة البقرة.
Al-Baqarah.
سورة البقرة حفظا متقنا.
Huh?
متقنا.
Mutqanan.
متقنا.
Okay, what does that mean, ikhwa? Ibnati hafizat Surah Al-Baqarah. My daughter, she memorized Surah Al-Baqarah. Hafzan mutqanan. Perfect memorization. Hafzan mutqanan. That's very possible, ikhwa. It's very possible to memorize the whole Quran. But if somebody got the whole Quran, mutqanan, do you know, like, he has to keep reviewing it. If he stops a little bit, it's gonna go. I think it gets it back. But once you get something good, it takes a little bit just to get it back. So when you memorize Quran for the first time, get it good. So if you forget a little bit, you just need to look one time and it comes back. But if you never got it good, it never stays. So some people have what's called khata ad-dahr. They have ad-dahr. They have the mistake of a lifetime. Every time they come to that page, they make the same mistake. Every time they make that mistake. Because they never got it down. Every time he gets to that page, he's like anticipating he's going to crash. Because he never took the time. It's called khata ad-dahr, the mistake of a lifetime. You have to just sit down and get it one good time. Sometimes the reason for the mistake is at the shab. There's another surah or place that has a similar. So you want to get both of them looking at that. But another reason is that you don't understand it. Once you understand what it means, you'll never forget. And another reason is heavy on your tongue. So if it's heavy on your tongue, you want to repeat it. That's not the point. You want to look what it means. Well, I keep forgetting. Or if there's another ayat like that, you want to compare it to, and that's how you attack your mistake. Don't be like soft with your mistake, like, he's giving me a hard time. Like, what's going on here? What's the problem is? I attack the mistake. Don't go like with the mistake. No, attack it. Get it out. Root it out. Tactic mistake. طيب عندك يا عبد الصبور.
اجلسي مع زوجك وكلميه كلاما.
Good. اجلسي مع زوجك وكلميه كلاما. What does that mean?
Sit with your husband and talk with
And
him.
talk with him. What is this to convey?
Okay.
Tawkid, like sit with him, talk with him. Speak with him. Speak with your husband. No? Don't just assume I think he's upset with me or no, talk. So when you want to stress that kalimihi kalaman, tawkid, there has to be communications. I'm surprised some people in the same house they text one another. Don't open up that door. No. Don't text me in the house. That's like mamnu. Don't do that. don't do that. Just come right over, call me with anything. We're not texting in the same house. That's a no-no. All right, go speak. Keep the lines of communication open. Even when you're upset. Don't you know, like when a man is upset with his wife, if he divorced his wife, he divorced her, he has to be in that same house. He can't put her out. She can't leave. They have to eat together. They have to talk together. They have to do everything together. So that might, make them come back together. So, next one. This one is on you, Abdul Sabur.
اعفو عني عفوا يا أخي.
اعفو عني عفوا يا أخي. What does that mean?
Forgive me, oh brother.
Forgive me. So what we say is afwan. We say afwan. What does that mean when you say to your brother afwan? When you see that as a mansuban afwan, there's a verb that wasn't mentioned. Shukran. Afwan. When you say afwan, and Allah says afu, you know what afu means? When you say to your brother afwan, it's not like shukran. This one is a command. Pardon me, a pardon. Shukran is I'm telling you I thank you. It's not a command that's fi'l mudari. Shukran is from fi'l mudari. Abdul Sabah, you with me? I'm telling you I'm preaching. But afwan is a demand, because that which is mahdhuf is not there as a fi'l amr. Look here. U'fu anni, that's fi'l amr. U'fu anni, pardon me. It's a different, they're both musters. They're both mansuban. But the verb is different. This is a command. Afwan ya akhi. Yani pardon me. I'm asking you to pardon me. When I say shukran, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm telling you. Ya Badris, you with me? Right? So it's not just that it's a Muslim mansub. There's something that's ma'dhuf. It could be, it's just a verb from what? From his left. We understand it online. Are we on together? How we doing online? Good. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is Arabic. Yeah, ikhwan. This is Arabic. You're going to find this in the book of Allah, and you're going to remember these classes. This is in the book of Allah. Now, let's continue. And they got the sabur.
هشام يتلو كتاب الله تلاوة سلسة.
Salisatan. Salisa means that it's smooth. Salis, soft. Hisham yatlu kitab Allah tilawatan salisatan. Salisa, salasa. Salasa means that it's soft, smooth. It's not rigid. Naam. Tayyib. What kind of Hisham recites the Quran? Soft recitation. What does that convey?
بيان now.
Bayanin now. Bayanin now. Naam. Okay, let's finish these up. I'm going to read these last sentences. This one here is tricky. I'm going to trick y'all up on this one. Jalasa at-talibu al-mutakhallifin. Jalasa, that aleph, I mean that he's not sitting by himself, he's sitting with other people. Jalasahum, he sat with the other people. Jalasa at-talib al-mutakhallifin. What does mutakhallifin mean? Those that are late, they don't study, they come up late, sometimes they're absent, they're delinquent. Mutakhallif, from khalf, like they're behind. From khalf, they're behind. Jalas, he kept on hanging out with them. Jalasa الطالب المتخلفين فسار سيرتهم. Sara means to go that way. Sara سيرتهم. He went. It was sayr is to go. Sara سيرتهم. مشى مشيهم. مشى مشيهم. Sara سيرتهم. My question: what is this? Is it tawkid or bayan now? No, it's not bayan. I did. Abba Idris, what is this? Brothers and sisters online, what is this? Fasara sayyaratuhum. He went their way. He started being mutakhallif. That's what it means. He went their way. What is this? Is it tawkid or is it bayan now? But that's I put this pothole in there just to trip y'all up. This is a New York City pothole. Okay, this is a South Bronx pothole. Okay, listen. It says sayratahum. Who's whom?
Those who
Mutakhallifin. But what if I said Sara sayrat al mutakhallifin? It's a description. It's a description. Sara sayrat al mutakhallifin. I'm describing why he went. Allah yubarik feek. Nah. So you have to pay attention to that. Sara sayratahum. Who's whom? Who are we talking about? And if I said Sara sayrat al mutakhallifin. So, like I said, mudaf ilay sometimes can convey description. I'm describing the way that he went. He went to the path of those that delay, those that were delinquent. Now, just boy, you with me? Harun. How we doing online? Tayyib. Next one. Oh, this is good. This is going to broaden your understanding. Listen, all of this is for the Quran and Sunnah. All of this is just for Quran and Sunnah. So you read it. You know how many Muslims in the Book of Allah and the Sunnah Masjid of Allah? Every time you come up to a Muslim Mansub, I'm gonna try to give it to me and ask yourself, what does that mean? Muslims Mansub, where is it? It's gonna make you think. Sometimes you're gonna see it with a dhamma. You're gonna see a muster with them, but you're gonna recognize the muster once you go through all the other parts of speech, which this book is. That's what we're studying. Let's continue. Allahumma ansurna nasran mu'azzaran. What does that mean? Allahumma ansurna nasran mu'azzaran.
Allah help us with
A strong help. Right, a strong help. Support us. A good support. Strong support. Nasran mu'azzaran. This is what Waraqa ibn Nawfal told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he came back from the cave and he was afraid. And if I was a young man, he was an old man. La ansuruka nasran mu'azzar. I would help you. A real help. He was an old man. And that's where this word comes from. That hadith is in Bukhari and Aisha. Nasran mu'azzaran is, hold on, where's the master here, Isa? Where's the master? Allahumma ansurna nasran mu'azzaran. Where's the master? Nasran, that's the master. Now it's described with mu'azzaran. Nasran comes from yansur. Allahumma ansurna nasran mu'azzaran. Naam. How we doing online? How we doing online? So we had like 9 sentences in the first section. Okay, this section here, we have a whole another group of 14 sentences. This is how you learn Arabic. Don't come with them 3 sentences and think the students are going to learn. You have to give them like 20 sentences. That's what you have to do. Same thing, same topic. So his mind is going to pick up. Nobody in the class is dumb. Nobody in the class doesn't understand. Everybody understands. But the teacher sometimes doesn't convey it well. That's what the problem is. Idris, you with me? You have to give the students ample examples. He's just going to pick it up. He don't have to fill in the blanks. He just has to read and compare. Read and compare. Read and compare. He's going to pick it up. I'll pick it up. Tayyib. Allahumma ighfir li maghfiratan min indik. What does that mean? Ya Muslih. Allahumma ighfir li maghfiratan min indik. Forgiveness from you. Okay, what does this convey?
And now,
Teacher got a lot of tricks up his sleeves now.
Translated. Look, I don't.
Maghfiratan min indik. Forgiveness from you. Now, can somebody else forgive you? Can somebody else forgive if you wrong them?
Yeah.
Is the maghfirah min indillah مثل maghfirah min indi Zayd? Is it the same? Had maghfiratan min indillah like maghfiratan min indi Zayd? Is it the same? So this is a description. Nah, it's a description. Nah, it's from Allah. Why you add that? That comes. That's how it comes in the ayah, in the hadith. Maghfiratan min indik, like a divine maghfirah, a special maghfirah, a complete maghfirah. Maybe Zayd might forgive me. He still got something in his chest later on. Might remind me. So this is a description. This opens your mind. Muslim, you with me? And this is online. This is maghfirah min indillah. When you say min indik, that's not just some word sitting on the side. That's a description of that maghfirah. Brothers and sisters online, why you think I put this sentence in there? Huh? Y'all there, brothers and sisters online? They eating duck. They done shot on the duck and scored. Very good. Now, this is a description of that maghfirah. This is a description of that maghfirah. Well, this is online. They don't play. Sarah, they don't play. No. All right, let's finish this up. Man yusbaghu fi an-nari sabghatan yansa na'im ad-dunya. Sallallahu alaihi. May Allah forgive us. Man yusbaghu. Ma mana yusbaghu? The dip. You take like your bread. وَالصِّبْغٍ. Allah says, وَالصِّبْغٍ لِلْآكِلِينَ. Allah says about the zaytun, وَالصِّبْغٍ. Like you take your bread and you dip it down in the olive oil. Allah calls sibgha. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls, what's the ayat? That's the ayat. Surah Al-Baqarah. Sibghat Allah. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ sibgha. Sibghat Allah. The Baptists, they take the people and dunk them down in the water and they come back up. We ain't changed that. You dunk somebody down in Islam and bring them out. Sibghat Allah means tawheed. Sibgha. Put them down in Islam, come out, see how they come out. So they put some dye in the water and they get that man and they put him down. He come out of the dye, his face is red or his face is yellow, and they claim that the holy whoever got caught him. No. Sibghat Allah. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنْ مِنَ اللَّهِ سِبْغَةً. Who is better than Allah in affecting you? Tawheed. But sabagha means to dip somebody down. And like when you practice Islam, when you have a white thou, they say in this ayat, when you have a white thou, you put it in dye. Sibgha is dye. What sibgha is dye. Yasbagh is like to put it down in the dye, to put it down in the oil, to put it down in that thing. Nah. We'll look at that. Look and see what it is. When you put a white valve inside some dye and it comes out, is it going to change the color? All right, now how long we been in Islam? Did it change our color? That's the point. Did it change our color? We come out the same white valve. Did it like change us? Did it affect us some? No. It comes in a hadith, and that's why I got the sentence from Man yusbaghu fi nar sabgha. And whoever's dipped down in the high, just one sabgha. Yansa na'im ad-dunya. Ma man hadhiya at-sabur.
whoever's dipped in the fire, he forgets the pleasures of the world.
He forgets the pleasure of the world. It's going down one time. No. I should have put here sabqatan wahida. I should have said sabqatan wahida. No. And it comes in the hadith, and the problem means that if somebody has a hard life in this world and he's dipped in Jannah one time and he comes out, And after have you ever seen any difficulties? I never had difficulty in my life. You ever seen hardships? I never had any hardships. You forget it all. All that top is going away just as soon as you get in Jannah. And all that joy and all that neem, all that thing, the person that goes in the hellfire, you ever seen any joy of Allah? I've seen never joy in life. I never saw any joy in my whole life. I never had pleasure. Just by sabqa, getting dipped down the hellfire, one dip. So I have to change that to sabqatan wahida. How we doing online? This one here, we're going to scratch this one out. This one should be bayan al-adid. It should be sabqatan wahidatan. Not tawqid. Sabqatan wahida. It's the point of the sentence is that he just got in there one time and he forgot everything. It's not tawqid. That's not the point. All right, point is not tawqid. Tayyab. Let's continue. Let's finish up. الرجل قد طلق زوجته طلقتين. What does that mean? Everybody's raising their hand. Everybody knew this before. First Arabic words. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Allah. The man he divorced his wife 2 times. So this one is bayan and mashakil. This bayan and adid. This one is bayan and adid. This one is to explain it 2 times. Pardon us for a little personal joke here on the Western Hemisphere here in America. Sorry, the last one. Do you understand that one? Talqa is from talaq. Na'am. So you could say talaq, but it's talqatain. It's 2 masters. Talaqa, talqatain, 2 times. Na'am. Even though talaq is also a master, but talqa is also a master. Okay. So this last one. سألت المحاضر عدة أسئلة. I'm trying to make it a little tough for y'all. What does muhadir mean? Muhadir. Good, very good. A speaker. No. Al-muhadara wa fafata muhadaratun is a speech. And then a muhadara alayna, we have a speech, we have a lecture tonight. Muhadara. Muhadiratun is a woman speaker. Muhadir is a man speaker. Muhadira is a woman speaker. Muhadara is the speech. Muhadaratun speech. Na'am. Sa'atul muhadir, I asked the speaker, iddata as'ilatan. Okay, where as'ilatin? Where's the master? As'ila, right. But now, because the mudaf ilayh idda, which means adid, means not bayan adid, means adid. It has to be mudaf. That has to get the fatah. That has to be mansub. That has to be mansub because it's getting mansub to the master. Iddata as'ilatin. Understand how you have to support? No. That has to get the fatah. That has to be mansub because it's taking the place of the master. This is our lesson for the day, ya ikhwa. Tomorrow we're going to a whole new chapter, a whole different chapter. We're moving on. Indik ya Aba Idris. La idda, a number, numerous questions. I asked the speaker numerous questions. Are we doing online? Everything is good. Okay, this is our lesson for the day. Tomorrow we're on a whole new lesson, and we're just gonna move on. First thing tomorrow we're gonna move on. Inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Okay.